Do you think either Harry or Louis has cried at least once for missing each other? Oh my gosh, that actually makes me really sad thinking about that. I think we can just see it in interviews, like when Louis and Harry are separated and they can't sit next to each other. They're not crying, but you can tell that they look emotionally hurt. So yes, definitely. What would you do if Harry actually got pregnant with Louis' child? Well, one, I would question the whole anatomy of men and the science behind it. But then I would just be like, screw science, this is beautiful. I mean, I can see Harry pregnant. What do you think Louis' reaction was about Harry getting a role in Dunkirk? Oh my gosh, the amount of supportiveness that Louis had for Harry. I feel like he just gave him a hug and they had like a huge party about it. And then at the same time, Harry celebrated Louis for doing that AGT thing. They're very supportive of each other, so I wouldn't expect anything less. I mean, obviously a blowjob or sex was involved. What would you do if you could look inside Harry's journal? Well, one, I would hope not to get attacked by directioners because I feel like we've had fans invade people's privacy before and they get a ton of hate. But I wouldn't be stupid enough to like record it or like post it online. Maybe a month later. I'd be like, oh my gosh guys, I just casually found this and casually opened the book and casually read some words. No, but I think if I found it, I would just cherish it. I would feel the book, feel the pages, just like let it absorb into my hands. I'm sure Harry has written a lot of song lyrics in it and bad jokes. I mean, obviously there's bad jokes in there. But I think I would just skim, maybe find Louis' name in there. But I would feel really bad for stealing it. I would probably give it back to Harry and maybe write a little note in there that says, hey, we love you and support you. It's okay if you're with Louis, something like that. But I would never just steal it. Do you think Larry will come out in the future? I kind of answered this already, but I really do think that they will come out at some point. If not together, they will come out separately. Can you speak French? Alright, I took French for 6 years, and surprisingly, I'm really not that good at it. Tu es amour de la vie. You are the love of my life. Je t'aime. I'm so romantic. If you were not a Larry, what would you do with your life? That's a great question because I ponder that every single day, and you made me just reevaluate everything right now. But no, seriously, I just feel like if One Direction or Larry wasn't a part of my life, I would need another obsession. I would need to get involved in something else. I probably would have more friends, and I would probably have a social life. I'd be active more. Literally, I would be an entirely different person. This would not be here. Favorite song from Zayn? I really love that song he did with Snake Hips or something like that called Cruel, or that song Who from Ghostbusters. I like a lot of his stuff because I'm still a Zayn fan. Favorite color? Green and blue mixed together because reasons. What is your opinion about Freddy, or would you even mention Sara Stylinson to any member of One Direction? Alright, I already said my opinion on Freddy. He's a cute baby, but it's just so confusing. And I don't know, it depends on the moment. If they brought up Harry and Louis, I might mention something subtly about Sara Stylinson, but again, I don't want to like rub it in their face because I could come across as annoying. I know I definitely wouldn't talk to Liam or Louis about it. I think the safest people to talk about Sara Stylinson to would be definitely Niall or Harry. So again, it depends on the circumstance and the environment. Favorite Directioner moment? That's so hard. I think if you just put all of the One Direction X Factor moments together or just one D-Day, those are my favorite moments of One Direction, and that was me being a hardcore Directioner. What is your sexuality? Sorry if that's a personal question. No, we allow personal questions on this channel. I label as pansexual, but I'm kind of gay. I'm flaming. I don't know, I kind of hate labels. Who is the worst beard? I don't know. I kind of hate all of them. I would have to say Taylor was the worst beard. I think she annoyed me out of everybody. She comes really close to Eleanor because Eleanor annoyed me as well. But I don't know, I think I have to say Taylor. Every now and then, can we give you some other ships to talk about? Yeah, of course. I mean, I love talking about Larry. All of you guys are Larrys. But if you want to talk to me about like Cameron, like those two from Fifth Harmony, or if you want to talk to me about other ships from other bands, or YouTuber ships or anything, I mean, I ship more people than just Larry, so sure. What is your biggest dream? I have a lot. I mean, my main dream is for like Larry to come out and for me to meet One Direction. But I also want my YouTube channel to grow. I want to be successful in my media arts program at college. I want my parents to support me. You know, there's just a lot. Who do you ship other than Larry? I kind of answered this vaguely before, but I ship Lauren and Camila from Fifth Harmony. I ship Ziam a little bit. I used to ship Shane Dawson and Joey Graceffa together, but now I kind of ship Shane and Drew together, and Joey and his real boyfriend together. Joe Sugg and Casper Lee are pretty cute together. Oh wait, how could I forget? Yeah, Dan and Phil, I ship them. I used to ship Matthew Lush and Nick Laws, but they broke up. I do ship Shane Dawson and Lisa Schwartz because they were together and they were just really cute. That's probably my only heterosexual couple. And I ship myself with food. Thoughts on Louis making his DMs public? I am so glad Louis made his DMs public because I actually DM'd him, but he never wrote back. That's, you know, I expected it. But I'm kind of confused why he did, because you would think that he'd be expecting hate and stuff like that, and it's weird how he didn't close them after. He just kept them open. I feel like it's shady. What country do you want to visit that's on your bucket list? Girl, I'm too young to have a bucket list. But I mean, I kind of want to visit New Zealand or Australia or Sweden. Some people tell me like, no, you do not want to go to Australia. And I still don't know why. What's your favorite dessert? Everything. No, I love anything cheesecake. If Harry and Louis could explain anything to you, what would you ask them to explain? Are you happy? Please explain your relationship to me. Are you guys still friends? Do you guys still hang out? Like, I just want some confirmation that there's no bad blood between them, which I don't think there is. They look a lot happier. Actually, you know what? I want them to explain their tattoos to me. And I want them to explain frickin' Wellington to me. Basically, just all the conspiracy theories and all the shady stuff that we've had, that needs to be explained. If you had a warning about all the drama, would you still be in this fandom? Alright, so I got into this fandom about 2012. If someone from the future, or me from the future, were to come back to my past self and say, Sarah, do not come in this fandom because there's so much drama, there's Babygate, there's everything, I probably would have said, no, I'm shutting you out because I don't care, I love this band, and I'm never gonna leave. So yeah, even if someone told me before to not stay in this band because of what's gonna happen in the future, I don't think I would care. Because if I stopped liking One Direction, I would have never been doing this. I started doing YouTube last July, so if I stopped being in this fandom, I would have never done YouTube. And as I said, I love the band too much to just leave the fandom right now. Are you just going to see Dunkirk because Harry's in it, or are you actually into what it's about? Here's the thing, I think we can all agree that we want to see Dunkirk because Harry's in it, because we love Harry, that's the main focus. And I feel like if Harry wasn't in it, I don't think as many girls would be interested in seeing a World War II movie. And I'm not doing that to be gender stereotypical, I'm just saying, for me, I'm not really interested in war movies. So I'm gonna be honest, I think the real reason I'm seeing it is because I want to support Harry and I want to see him in this movie. But maybe after seeing this movie, maybe it will make me want to see more war movies without Harry in it. And I hope other people who are going to go see this movie aren't just doing it for Harry. I hope people are going to see it for different reasons. Who is the more obedient one between Harry and Louis with each other? Ooh, this is getting kinky. I feel like Harry's the more obedient one. I feel like he's the sub and Louis is the dom. I mean, yes, I do think that they're versatile, like maybe they switch it up sometimes, but it depends. I think if Louis does something maybe bad, maybe Louis has to be the sub and Harry has to tell Louis to be obedient, but I think most of the time Harry is usually the one being used or being the sub and he has to be obedient. If you couldn't ship Larry, who would you ship? Well, I already told you guys my other ships, so if I couldn't ship Larry, I would just end up shipping all my other ships. Or I would just ship them with myself. Would you rather have 1D break up and Larry come out, or have no Larry outing and 1D stay together? I think I answered this in my other question, but this one's worded a little bit differently. I mean, here's the thing. We all know that One Direction is going to be splitting sooner or later. So if we had One Direction stay together and Larry never come out, the band's gonna be breaking up soon anyway, so then we'd have no Larry and no One Direction. But if we had One Direction breaking up and Larry coming out, at least we will have one Larry coming out. Because the band's just gonna break up anyway, so I feel like if Larry came out, we would at least have that. It's hard to explain, it sounds sad, but I think that would be my option. What is the first thing you would do if and when Larry comes out? I love you. I can't even give you guys a real answer because I think I would be having a silent seizure for about 20 minutes. Like, I have no idea if I would just be staring off in space looking dead or running around screaming. But to be honest, I feel like I would feel some pain if Larry came out because I would have no one to tell. Like, I wouldn't be able to tell my parents that they came out because they wouldn't care. So I feel like the only people I would be able to express this to is the people online, like you guys. Because I feel like a lot of people in my life just don't really care about Larry and One Direction. It's sad. But yeah, I'd be like, finally. Why do you like One Direction? Well, I mean, probably the same reason a lot of people like One Direction. The boys are funny, they're good looking, they're British, they act like normal people, they're very nice. Everybody who's met them says that they're down to earth. They make you feel safe, they make you feel happy. They just make you feel a part of something, and also One Direction has just made the fans make friends because of the fandom. I just feel like it's a very positive environment. They also are great singers, they make great music. I don't know, I could go on and on why I like One Direction. It's just something about them that just makes you feel whole, like you have a life. Or maybe we don't have a life because of them. I don't know, but just in general, they just make you feel happy. I think One Direction have been a very big influence on fans and just the general public, and I think that they've helped a lot of people, especially with maybe like mental illness or anything going on in their private life. Are you planning on writing any more on Wattpad? Love the ones you have already wrote. Thank you. Yeah, I've written about 2 Wattpad fanfictions so far. I wanted to write on Archive of Our Own, but it wouldn't let me for some reason. But the only reason why I wrote those stories is because I actually wrote them for school. Yeah, my teacher loved reading those. They weren't even smutty anyway. So I don't know, if I have time and my creative juices are flowing, then I might write something else. But I enjoy reading fanfiction more than writing. Does LA stand for Louis' ass? Because Harry's always in it. Alright, I'll admit, I've heard that one many times before, but it's still funny, it still gets to me. I believe believe that LA does not stand for Los Angeles. I think that's a big hoax. LA has to stand for Louis' ass. Because as you said, Harry is always in it. I mean, he has 3 places in LA. He has like 3 houses, so he's taken up a lot of places in Louis' ass. If Larry has been real, but they broke up and now all Babygate thing is real, what will your reaction be? Okay, so if Larry was real and they broke up and the whole Babygate is real, I think I would just have to accept that because that's reality. And plus the psychic twins even said that Larry was real and they're not together now, but they didn't say anything about Babygate. I know I've said in the past that like Louis and Harry might not be together right now, they're just taking a break, but not a permanent break, and they will be back together soon. I mean, I don't know, I think we'd all be kind of sad because, you know, it just wasn't what we thought, and it's just kind of hard to believe, but I kind of just don't want to think about it. I believe that Harry will always be in Louis' heart no matter what. Will Babygate end in December, and can you give me a shout out? Shout out to Madison! I'm no fortune teller, I do not know if Babygate will be done in December, but I hope so, because it's been going on way too long. Can you do a little skit of what you would do when Larry came out? Okay, I know you all are looking for a huge reaction, like me yelling and screaming and running around my house and having my family call CPS on me, or just like the police. But no, in reality, you would just be watching me for 20 minutes be like, for 20 minutes. That would be it. I would just be like, antis, I told you so. I'd be contemplating everything. What would you do or say if you met Harry and Louis separately? And your advice for someone trying to do YouTube. How do you whisk? I would probably tell Harry and Louis the same thing. If I met Harry, I'd probably give him a bracelet or something and be like, yo, I support you. I'm proud of everything you're doing right now. I'd say the same to Louis. I don't know if I'd mention anything about Larry. I'd probably just be really casual and act like I was their friend. Because, I mean, to be honest, I should be. And then I would tell them about my YouTube channel, Queen Halo, and I would tell them to watch every video I made. You know, just some self-promotion. And if you want to start YouTube, I don't know, just find a topic that you really enjoy talking about, something you're passionate about. And it's okay if you hate your first video, because the point of YouTube is getting better at it. If I look at my old videos, I hated them all, they're all cringy, but that's normal. The point of YouTube is to improve. And when you first start, don't do it for other people, do it for yourself, like document something. Because that's what I did. And just make it real. Don't do it for subs or don't do it for likes, just be real about it. And that's the most genuine answer I can give you. And if you do make a YouTube channel, send me your link and I'll subscribe to you. And how do you whisk? You kind of like just do this motion, like with your hand, but I suggest you go call Harry. But he'll probably be busy teaching Louis that. From a downstate New Yorker to an upstate New Yorker, what's it like up there? Love your channel. Interesting. You know what? I feel like it's so hot, and in the winters, it's so cold. But like right now, we've been getting a lot of rain. It's been raining for 3 days. It's not as hot. It's actually really nice out. And wow, I just became a weather forecaster. You're welcome. What do you want written on your tombstone? Queen Halo, 1997 to 2016, died from an overdose of Larry videos and fangirling too much. Please don't come here because I am crazy. Actually, all the Larry shippers died. There'd be a paragraph on there. It basically just talk about my death as a Larry shipper, and the cause of that would obviously be Larry. I don't know, I think it would make people not want to visit my tombstone. They're like, yup, crazy. Do you know Panic at the Disco? If not, you should listen to some of their songs. By the way, I love you, Sarah. Do I know Panic at the Disco? Funny you should ask. It's funny how you say I might not know them. I've been listening to them for years.